Working with your spouse in your balloon business can be a challenge. And if you add a newborn baby into the mix, things get a lot tougher. My name is Sarah Meyer. I am the host of the Bright Balloon podcast, where I help you make more money and eliminate stress in your balloon business. And today I am chatting live with Brittany and Patrick, who are the owners of Main Street Balloons. They are a little bit Instagram famous. You might have seen them on there. And their lives have changed drastically in the last couple of years. They welcomed a new baby, and as it should, it changed everything. So they are sharing open conversations about how they bootstrapped their business and self-funded with $300 worth of material and have built a thriving business even through family changes. So I think you're going to get a lot out of this episode. Let's jump right in. Welcome, Main Street Balloons in person, live from Tough Techs. I cannot wait to get to know you guys a little bit more. Why don't you give us an introduction of who you are and a little bit about your business?
Sure. Okay. Well, we're Main Street Balloons. It's based off of Main Street USA and Walt Disney World. We are shameless Disney millennials. If you did not know that, now you know.
Oh, I didn't know that.
A lot of people don't.
I love that name.
It's kind of low key, but now everyone will know. So yeah, we are in Brunswick, Ohio, a suburb of Cleveland, and we've been in business for over 3 years now. So yeah.
And how often do you go to Disney?
Well, most recently, I mean, we took a break with the baby.
Yes,
but,
congratulations.
Thank you. But I mean, 4 or 5 times a year.
Okay.
probably,
We go a lot.
average.
We're annual
Yeah,
pass
annual
holders.
Did you go on your honeymoon?
We
did.
actually did.
Did
go
you?
there
I
on
think
our
it's a great
honeymoon.
honeymoon location.
It was
It's
amazing.
easy and
It was so cute. Yeah, we go a lot. We went there to announce our pregnancy. We have pictures on Main Street with our ultrasound photos.
Okay.
And then we're going to take our daughter there hopefully in the fall or winter this year. So yeah.
cool. Well, how long have you been in business? Also, what are your names? Tell us those.
Sure. I'm Brittany.
I'm Patrick.
And you have a new baby.
Yes, little Gianna. We call her Gigi. She's 3 months old. so-
Okay, very new.
Yeah.
Very new baby. So that's exciting that mom and dad are both at this convention for the week. What has been kind of like the progress or like the trajectory of your business? If you could give us a timeline.
Sure. So when we started, we were both working full-time in healthcare. It was our side hustle. We literally bought $300 of balloons and we're like, you know what? Let's try this. If it doesn't work out, we have a cool new skill. And, if it works out, great. We wanted something creative and we just started really getting into it. We bought some classes and it just really took off. It wasn't instant success. We really had to work at it, all of our time off and everything else. We're doing friends and family's birthdays, everything we could, trying to network. Okay, so our friend DJ Sobe, he's actually a physical therapist. He encouraged us to start the business. We kept seeing balloons. It kept coming up, and we actually kept talking ourselves out of it. We're like, you know what? We have great jobs. Why do we need more stress? We don't need to do this. And then over a year later, we're finally like, why don't we just try it and stop being scared and stop talking ourselves out? So we wanted to open in 2021, but we actually went through with it in February of 2020, and that's when it began. And
Okay.
he was our number one supporter, and he's a physical therapist and a wedding DJ, and showed us, hey, you can do both of these things, and it just kind of took off from there. And
Yep.
the great thing about healthcare is, you can work less. Then Patrick took a different job, went PRN, which was scary.
What does that mean?
Oh, sorry. That actually means you just work as needed.
Okay.
So he would just pick up. It's not a full-time, guarantee of
So more
40 hours a
flexibility.
week. Right. So we knew the business would not grow just having it as a side hustle with 2 people with full-time jobs.
Yeah.
So I think people kind of looked at us like we were crazy. We have stable, great jobs at the hospital, but we just felt like we really needed to take this to the next level. And now Patrick basically hardly works at the hospital. One day we get
That's
back.
amazing.
Yeah.
Well, and I think your situation's unique, and we talked a little bit before we recorded that, like, I don't know why, but it just seems like usually it's the woman, it's the wife,
Yeah.
and then the husband like helps move heavy things and builds backdrops and gets like roped in begrudgingly. But you're in, like
I do all
you're,
that stuff still, but
but you do more,
Yeah.
right? So you're comfortable doing solo installs,
Yeah.
and that's mostly what you do. Did you find it like a hard learning curve, or were you like, I love these balloons, like this is awesome?
struggles at the beginning, like everybody. But
Yeah.
I mean, once we figured out like a formula and how to create stuff and actually get it to stay on the wall and what we're going to use to install, it's pretty smooth.
And are you in it, I guess both of you guys, I like this question, and there's no right answer, but are you in it because like you loved balloons and just were like, oh, I'm so good at this, I should make it a business? Or from the beginning were you like, this is a way to make money?
I had no idea why we were getting into balloons.
Well, I think we kept seeing them and thought they were fun. I've
Yeah.
always liked them. I bought him these really sad 11-inch helium balloons years ago for
Yeah.
his birthday. And I'm like, oh, balloons are always just so fun. But it's not like we were always decorating. You know, I did my sister's bachelorette party. I thought it was so amazing at the time. Looking back, I'm like, oh, yikes. But I think we just thought it was a good creative outlet. We're both creative people,
Okay.
even though we're in healthcare. Patrick's a musician. I've always loved art growing up. My mom's a seamstress, just always kind of had that like artistic vision. And once I saw what you could do with balloons, I'm like, this is something we could be good at. And then also seeing, you know, financially, it makes sense. There's not a big startup cost. We never wanted to take out a business loan.
Yeah.
Everything has been done in cash. We're very passionate about, you know, we paid for our van in cash. That's just how we run the business, and it's worked out really well for us. So I would say both. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I definitely like saw it as a revenue stream. I was like, oh, these are cool. But if you had told me you can make like $20 a month doing it, I'm not just going to do it
Yeah,
because
we
I
weren't
love
doing
balloons.
it
You know, I
for
wasn't one of
free.
those people, but
Right.
I was just interested. So you have been doing this, what did you say,
A little
5
over-
years? 4 years?
2022,
Yeah. So
February.
So 3 years.
over 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And it's taken you, I mean, how do you say you have one full-time job between the two of you, or 1.5
You know,
full-time jobs?
That's, yeah, I feel like it's always more than 2 full-time jobs
I feel
at
like
this
we
point.
both worked full time in balloons, but you also have another job, so
That's what
Yes.
I say. I'm like, I worked 2 full-time jobs for
Mhm.
10 years, and
Yeah.
now I have 1 full-time job. Because people were always like, oh, your little side hustle. And it was like,
Yeah.
I mean, well, they didn't say it in that tone. That was my
But
interpretation.
that's how it
Right.
feels.
Yes. And you're like, no, actually, I make way more money doing balloons than I do working here, but thanks.
The classic,
Love that
how's your
comment.
little balloon business?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what, just keep thinking it's a little balloon business.
I
I'm
know,
fine with
right?
that.
I don't want them to know how
You know,
lucrative it
that's
is.
fine. Yeah. So it feels like I have 2 full-time jobs,
Yeah.
but I have very generous PTO. I work 3 12-hour shifts a week. I do not pick up overtime, even though there's always opportunity for that. I just never do. And actually, when we both started working in the hospital, we both had 2 jobs. So we're just workers, I guess.
Yeah.
And, you know, we quickly got rid of those once balloons
Mhm.
took off. We're like, all right, 1 hospital each, that's good enough. And so, you know, would I like to cut back? I mean, you never know what the future holds, but as of right now, I have great benefits. I do like what I do. Actually, working in a hospital helps you work in balloons, if you could believe that. There's things that
How so?
apply. Customer service, expectations, solving emergencies, dealing well under pressure.
And death.
At the end of the day, I'm like, it's just balloons. We'll
Yeah,
figure it out.
right.
You know, it's still really hard and
Puts it in
stressful.
perspective a little bit, I would
I'm like,
imagine.
Yeah, we'll be fine. And if there's ever an emergency, we'll figure it out. But yeah, just keeping calm, I would say.
Okay, so for each of you, what is your favorite part of your role and your least favorite part of your specific role within the business?
I think I just love making things, whether it be, you know, just making something we don't have. Like I know the stands that we had to figure out. I think we actually got inspired by your stands.
Like the basis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was inspired
From the
by bubblegum balloons. So,
Oh, they have solid
Uh,
bases.
yeah.
yes.
And then we had to figure out a way to make them hold up in like 60-mile-per-hour winds.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I needed to add more weight and like.
You're
just
the
trying to
problem
figure out-
solver.
yeah.
Okay. What's your least
That's fun.
favorite thing?
Oh, I don't. That's a hard one. Painting. I don't like painting.
Oh, but your
But I gotta
bases
do
always
it.
look so good. I commented on your bases.
I
I was
painted
like,
once.
what are those wrapped in? And you were like,
I know.
paint.
So,
They were
yeah.
Takes a long time.
perfect.
We'll make a reel about it eventually.
Or vinyl.
Oh,
Yeah,
I hate
I
mine.
will.
What are your favorite and least favorite tasks? Because you're more administrative.
Yes, I love interacting with clients though. When we're on site, I will catch myself just talking, catching up. We have a lot of repeat clients, even our corporate clients we tend to go back to. So Patrick will be working his butt off installing and I will be helping, but then I'm just like, oh, how's so and so? And we're just chatting and gal palling. And I'm a social person. So
That's
I
a
like
really good
that.
quality, though. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like sometimes I'm so set on getting in and out as fast as I can that I like forget their name. I don't say any words. I'm just like in the van and leaving already.
I mean, it depends on the day. If it's like we got a bunch of installs to get through, yeah, like let's not chat.
Yeah.
But I really like that part. I don't like emails. You know, I always am like, let's clean this inbox up. I try to address things quickly, but I'm learning how to create boundaries and be like, okay, you know what? I'm not answering emails at 10 o'clock at
Yeah.
night. They don't need a response right now. And having a baby actually helps you learn that because you have to do it for your sanity.
Yeah.
So I would say emails, even though I'm admin and I do like to have control of the schedule and everything, it just gets overwhelming at times. But
Yeah.
I like the social media part too. We actually like making funny reels.
Okay,
so-
let's talk about that because you guys are really like, that's where I first saw you. And then it's like, I kept seeing you and kept seeing you and kept seeing you. And then that's when I was like, this is a little different because you're in all the real, like most husbands aren't in all of them.
Okay.
So what, like, you guys enjoy the social media? Do you like
do.
think of ideas and you're like, yes,
Oh
we're
my
totally
gosh.
going to do this?
Always. We're always sending each other, this would be a good idea for a reel. And when we have downtime, we would make them. And Patrick actually could be an actor. He's hilarious. He could be.
What's your most viral one? Do you remember?
There's a couple. I'd have to go back and look. They're all from last year. The one that we just did for 4th of July that I reposted
That was a good one.
was pretty good. It was like a
Or
voiceover.
the one Where's Brittany? That one did pretty good.
Yes, because people always expect that I will show up to the install, but really Patrick shows up. And I mean,
Gotcha.
You're like, is this gonna go okay? Like,
They don't trust you?
not
And
at
he
first.
does
Are you ever like, it's my first time, fingers crossed?
I gotta
Right.
make that joke, but
Honestly, he's a better installer than me. I will tell anyone that. He's really good at installing and engineering and figuring that out.
thank you.
But he's not good at email. When you had to do emails, it
I've
takes
sent
him.
maybe 10 emails.
Really?
I'll get on the
It's
phone,
not
but
good.
emails.
Interesting.
There's a lot of links and
Yeah, I just
Quick
have a
keys, I don't
process now. So, but yeah, we like the social media aspect, but we don't always have time for it.
Yeah.
It's kind of just an extra thing. It's not everything.
Was that how you got the majority of your clients in the beginning?
Instagram definitely
Yeah.
helps. Yes. I would
Yeah.
say there, Google, but a lot of people, they're just searching for balloons on Instagram. So we do get a lot of clients that way.
Cool. What are your growth plans? Or do you have it? Are you just like trying to fight for your life right now because you have a little baby? Or are you hoping to bring on more people or move into a different space?
we need help.
Yes.
Yeah.
We
I think so.
definitely need more employees. Our family is currently, they're doing some work for us.
Okay.
We pay them. We're very strict about that because I just think it's not fair otherwise.
Yeah.
Even though they volunteer to do it for free. His mom does our inventory. My mom has been inflating. His mom makes our fringe. We need to get into a warehouse. That would be the ultimate goal.
Are you still out of your house right now?
Yes.
And you have like one room, right?
Well, we
Now we have
just
a whole
moved.
basement.
Oh, you
So
basement.
We do
Okay.
have a
That's
bigger
nice.
basement now,
Yeah.
and it's probably over 1,000 square feet
Yeah,
when it
so
comes down to
kind of
it.
is
so.
like a warehouse.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's great. Do you have to
So
get
it works.
upstairs though?
Yeah.
When I was in my basement, that was the worst part. Like getting the balloons up the stairs and
Mhm.
outside was
Mhm.
that was impossible.
Yeah, so that would, I would say, be a goal for the future. It doesn't have to be this year. As far as sales go, we have a sales goal in mind every year. We're really intentional about we're going to write out our goals because I do believe that you'll achieve them more if you write them out.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's worked well for us. We're on track to hit our sales goal, so that's awesome. Even though everyone's like, "You're having a baby," but we still have to have that, in mind. And
How
yeah.
has that changed for both of you? How has having a baby obviously changes everything? But specifically, is there anything in your business that you're like, I wasn't ready for this? Or is it easier than you thought?
I would say me not being able to install. I
Yeah.
had really bad carpal tunnel. My hands were super swollen. I had to get steroid shots. I was basically out of commission a lot longer than I thought I would be. So Patrick was
For-
just out here solo
Yeah,
installs.
for a few months. I mean,
Yeah.
it was just me going out and figuring it out without.
Was that when you got really involved? Or were you kind of doing the installs before that?
Well, I mean, we would both go there, and I mean, it's always helpful to have another set of hands
Yeah.
on site. Just loading everything in, even like all the bags and whatever,
Mhm.
like install bags, ladders, stands, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you were rocking solo installs already, but then you really had to learn how
Had
to
to.
get through a busy day of,
Like I got a half hour to put this up and get to the next spot.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we also do have help from Libby. She is a contracted employee. She worked for Pop in Cleveland for years.
Oh,
She goes
sure.
out on installs for us. She's been very helpful. We fully trust her. She knows what she's doing. So, she would help us. She still does. And Adam and Elizabeth from Extra Betty were on backup, or they were on emergency, I should
Yeah.
say, for
Oh,
when
sure.
I was going to go into labor.
I did that too. I was
Yeah.
like, you have to start saying no to these jobs. I was like,
No, we don't say
this is
no.
a $5,000 job 3 weeks before I'm due. Like, I'm not saying no to it. And then I went 3 weeks early. But my husband and Kate, who I do have one employee, and then Balloons by Tommy, they were like, whatever, just like let us know where and when it is and we'll
Right.
do it. Or, there were like several balloon people that were like, who cares? Take the job and we'll do it. Like, don't turn it
100%.
down. I ended up going into labor the week of the job. So it was actually the worst timing because I was like 3 days out of the hospital. It was so stressful. But looking back, I can't say like, oh, I wish I had just said no. Like that's
No.
still one of my biggest jobs
Yeah.
No
every single
regrets.
year. So it's like, you got to make it work. I mean, that I think is the one downside of working for yourself is like, you do crazy things like that. You can't just sign out of your email and be like, I'm on maternity leave. Like it just doesn't really work like that.
I think we had a corporate job the day.
The day before I
Day
went into
before,
labor,
yeah.
we had a couple jobs, and I'm not saying no. It's
No.
busy season.
That job was
And-
supposed to be the day I kept my doctor like knew about it. And I was like, here's the thing. I have to make it to like the 7th.
Yeah.
And and she was like, we're going to induce you on the 7th. And I was like, can it be at noon? Because I have to do this install in the morning. And she was like laughing. She's like, it can be at noon. Go do your balloon thing.
Oh
And then like
gosh.
my blood pressure shot up and they were like, we're doing it before. I was like, but it worked out, you know, everyone was
Stressful.
happy. And I think sometimes when you send people out to do those installs without you, like it works out. They live up to expectations and they figure it out.
Oh yeah, we totally trust them. And actually no one needed to cover for us because
Not
actually Gigi was very kind to us. I went into labor Sunday night, had her Monday, and we didn't have anything for like 4 days.
Nice.
So then Patrick
A
was
nice
We
long
got
4-day
back to
maternity
stuff.
leave.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Patrick was back installing, I
Yep,
think Friday
that
or
weekend.
Saturday. So
Oh,
that's
so
what
funny.
you got to do. But it's totally different than a W-2 job. I was like, hey, you know, to my boss, I'm in labor, so goodbye.
I
for
know,
We
3
were
months.
yeah.
answering inquiries in the delivery room.
I did too. I was
I
actively,
was.
as my husband was laughing. I mean, I had an epidural, so like it was glorious. And I was just like, this is easy. And I remember he was like, oh, you just got to lead. And he was laughing. I was like, see what it is. See if it's any good. We were like cracking
that
up.
happened to us too. I have an epidural going. I'm just waiting.
Well, you're just on your
the
phone. There's
first
nothing
time.
else you can do. I was watching HGTV and
It's
on
gonna
Instagram.
be
Yeah.
hours. Texting my friends, they're like, "Aren't you in labor?" I'm like, "Yeah, but I got time."
I know. Well, the
So-
aftermath, that was a whole different. After that, I was just like, I can't even walk to the shower. I'm not going to do a balloon anything right
No.
now.
Being on my phone was very overwhelming after having the baby, but before I'm like, I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
just waiting around. So that's what you
Even
gotta do.
like, even answering like DMs of people congratulating me felt overwhelming
I
after I had a
agree.
baby. I was like, I just want
100%.
to like, I'm just going to turn it off. Like now I'm not like that, but there was this moment of like,
Yes.
it's all too much.
No, I totally agree, and I'm very social, but I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy everyone's talking to
You
us
like
and
need to go in that little
congratulating.
cocoon or something.
The newborn bubble.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm actually so sad that's over. That was really, really fun. Actually.
know.
I wouldn't call it the newborn trenches. We've had a really good experience and we were
Yes.
very ready to be parents and actually kind of pushed it off because of the business at times, which
Yeah.
I felt guilty about, but we just had to know we were ready. And
Yeah.
when we were, we're like, okay, we're totally ready now. So
That's
yeah.
awesome.
There's
That's
never
awesome.
a perfect time.
no, there's not.
No, yeah. And both of ours too. I'm like, we waited long. I don't think we even started trying to have kids until I was in my 30s.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't even,
Yeah, we're
A
33.
thought. yeah. So then I had my second we adopted our first.
Mhm.
That's a lot easier physically.
Yeah.
Mentally,
just a
it's
little.
difficult, but physically, there was no downtime. But the second, I mean, I was 37. So,
Mhm.
I mean, we waited and I'm glad. I
And
mean,
worked
it was
out great
nice.
for you. Yeah, we
Yeah.
had other things in order that we wanted to, and everyone has their own timeline. We were never like we need kids by this age. So,
Yeah.
and my mom had a baby at 42, so I feel like I don't want to be 42, but hey, you never know where life will take you.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
we just had to know we were ready.
Well, cool. Well, how are you guys able to be here? I mean, obviously there's
Yeah.
childcare, but I'm curious what your business is doing in the background. Do you shut down for the week? Do you have people doing things for you?
We are prepped ahead because we go back and then we have to install Friday.
Yeah.
It starts at least a pickup and then
So you've pre-inflated, pre-built, like
Yep.
the balloons are ready.
they're ready.
Cool.
They're ready to go.
We're big on prepping and just being organized because there's nothing worse than you're just like inflating and running out the door.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
but
try to avoid that.
it's very busy. Saturday we get back.
Yeah.
I think we have help.
Yeah, Libby's going to install for us. So we just try to be ready. And my mom's going over to inflate some other things while we're gone too.
Cool. Yeah, I'm just curious because there's so many different style businesses here. I think there's people that just are like, well, I'm here, so obviously I'm not working. And then there's
Right.
other people with like a full-on crew that's like business as
Mhm.
usual, and it doesn't even matter that they're gone. So
Yeah.
I'm definitely, in the middle of that. I
Mhm.
don't have the full crew, but I'm not shut down this
Right.
week, which feels kind of nice that
Yeah.
someone's there kind of prepping balloons and working for
Right.
me
things
when
will
I get
go
to be
on.
here.
So
Yeah.
we'll see if we get any last minute things this week that we have to scramble.
We'd be
when we get
saying
back. I don't
no
know.
to anything the next couple of days.
Yeah.
Would
Yeah.
you?
I think I would. Never know.
Cool. Well, if the little child version of yourself could see you now, what would they say?
Oh, I mean, it's cool that we're successful in something that we didn't expect to be doing.
Yeah, I think that little Brittany would be
Yeah.
excited. Look where life has taken me. You know, I'm getting to do something creative, but it's still an income. And I think they would be surprised, but in a good way. And you never know where life will take you. That's what I always tell people, because when we would start telling people we opened a business, they're like, why? I mean, they would do it in a polite way, but you know, you don't really need that. And balloons, really? And I'm like, you know, you don't have to understand it. And
You went to school so long.
right,
and,
we both
you
went
know,
to grad
that's
school.
the
A lot of
comment,
people
but
who do balloons went to school for a long
yeah.
time. It doesn't mean we don't use it. So I think little Brittany would be excited that I get to have, you know, multiple different passions in life. And I don't know, what do you think?
Like I said, it's impressive. I mean, I don't know. I never thought I would be running a business.
Well, congratulations on the baby and on the success of your business. You still have a baby business too. I mean, you guys have not been at it super long and you're so
No.
successful. Congratulations.
Thank you, Sarah.
And I can't wait to see how your business grows, but like how you each grow within the business, I think is
Yeah.
really cool as well. I
Looking
think you're in a
forward to that.
unique situation. Not many people have a couple situation where they've both started at the same time and are equally as thrilled to be involved. So I think that's really cool.
Yeah, I didn't have to drag him in. Although
No.
I did used to force him to listen to your podcast
Yes.
years ago. I would be like, you need to listen to this Bright Balloon
I
episode.
remember listening, cutting the grass, and like learning how to maybe get.
You're like,
corporate
God,
clients,
this girl never
cold
stops
calls. I did
talking.
a lot of cold calls. That was
Yeah, we
Inspired me.
we learned so much from your podcast over the years. We still enjoy listening.
Thank
and the
you.
Yoo-Hoo Hotline and all the things. So you've really just made this podcast into a whole other business. So
Yeah.
it's
Oh my
very
gosh. I know.
impressive.
And now doing it live, I'm like, I
Yeah.
just can't make it easy. I have to always be doing the next thing. But thank you guys for being my guinea pigs and doing it live
course.
in person. This is
Yes,
so fun.
Truly, we love your show and we can't wait to see what you have in store this week. So.
Well, thank you. We got to get ready for the pajama party. It's
Christmas
opening
party.
night.
We
yeah.
love Christmas, so excited to see what everyone's looks will be.
Oh, I
and-
didn't wrap my gift. I need to figure out a way to wrap my exchange gift for tonight. Did
Oh,
you
I'm
bring
sure-
something?
we did.
We did.
Okay.
Nothing super impressive, but we did wrap it before we left. That was
Okay, I have a couple hours to find wrapping paper.
there has to be something around here.
I'll stick it in a balloon.
Yeah, it'll be fine. We're
Well,
creative.
Thank you guys so much. Last question. Where can people find you if they want to check out your work?
So you can find us at Main Street Balloons on Instagram, TikTok, a little bit on Facebook, also on Main Street USA and Walt Disney World, happiest place on earth.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Sarah.